Youkeyy, what have you done with your pounds and dollars? Joanne the scammer could never. If I see any comments talking about, oh, a Nigerian finally got scammed, I would just block you, okay? Period. Nonsensical non-entity. Don't try it. Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Youkeyy, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, yeah. So today's video is a little bit different. It's kind of a bit of a story time / warning / don't do it / caution / red flag / flashing neon signs. Yeah, I actually told this story on Instagram Live, and I felt so ashamed and so embarrassed that I did not want to do a video on it, but a lot of you were pushing me like, no, do a video so you can save other people's money. Let me just run it from the very beginning. Some weeks back, a subscriber hit me up and DM'd me a link to an IGTV video from a brand, I guess. I don't even know if you can call them a brand, but that's besides the point. We'll get to that later. On this IGTV video, I'll try to put it up somewhere here so you guys can see what I'm talking about and actively take a look at this and see what kind of tomfoolery people are out here doing. Okay, I open up this DM and I look at the video and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like, I could low-key try this out on my channel. So I look at the brand's page and this is where I messed up. Usually, I'm the kind of person that's very cautious. I try to listen as much as possible to my guts, my inside, right? Because, you know, you're that gut feeling, that intuition, it's not lying. It's not lying. Just like it's not lying about that relationship you need to cut off, it's also not lying about that purchase you should not make. It seemed super gimmicky, but I was so intrigued and so curious that I was like, I actually need to try this out because on the video, it looks legit. You can't Photoshop video, right? You can't Facetune video. I look at this brand's page. This was where red flag number 1 hit. The brand's page was not cohesive. You know what? I'm just going to put them on blast. I'll just put up the brand's page on here so you guys can take a look at it because somebody is messing with people's coins and I cannot do it, right? I really don't even think I can call it a brand. I think it's just a random person who put up a website and decided to do some drop shipping to make a quick buck. So on this page, it's basically random videos and photos, not really cohesive. You can't really tell exactly what the brand stands for, what their aesthetic is, what their target consumer is. There's really none of that information that you can derive from their Instagram page. But I was like, okay, maybe they're a new brand or whatever, or a new company, blah, blah, blah. Because I went and I looked back at some of their older photos. First of all, they did not have many photos. And I think the first one was maybe from like 2017 or 2018 or something like that. So it's not like the page was created a day ago or 2 months ago. That I would have been like, okay, no, this is not cool. That's 2 red flags. And as I told you, I'm usually that person that I will listen to my inside. But this day, I don't know what was happening. My game was just very off. I think I was too excited to test it out that I didn't actually like do the usual checks that I normally do. Because you guys know Youkeyy can be a little bit cheap sometimes when it comes to makeup products, okay? There's certain things I will not compromise with whatsoever as long as quality matches price. There are just certain things I will not compromise on. But here we are. I'm trying to laugh things off so I don't get upset all over again. What ended up happening was I now went to their page. The name of this page is Undercover Goddess, and I'm putting them on blast because my last few DMs over the past like week and a half or 2 weeks actually went unanswered, but we're gonna go there later. So I click on the page and I'm like, okay, it's a legit website. I see at the bottom, this is something I normally check for, is a website's safety or security features when it comes to your payment process, right? You want to make sure that you are using a secured payment method or secured payment system. So, you know, I'm diddly-dalling on the website or whatever, and I see that this item seems to be the only item that is available on the website. Mind you, this item is, I didn't even tell you guys what this item is. It's a beauty blender washing machine. Yes, go ahead and laugh. Let me just give you a few seconds to get that off your chest and laugh. Are you finished? Are you done? Okay, thank you. If you are still laughing, God is watching you in 4K. That's all I have to say. When I looked on the website, I saw the PayPal icon. So I'm like, oh, cool. They take PayPal as well as like other payment methods as well. So I noticed that this one item was the only item that was for sale on their website. Maybe this is just their intro product and they're going to introduce other products later. I didn't do my research. This is not normal for me. So yeah. Anyways, I go ahead and I'm like, okay, add to cart or whatever. So I'm checking out and all it shows me is the option to put in my credit card information. And I'm like, where is that PayPal that y'all said on the main page that y'all had? What? Where? I tried to actually look around on the website and saw nothing else about PayPal. So in the checkout, all they had was your credit card info that you could put in, but not your PayPal info. So I'm like, oh, great. I go ahead and put it on my info, put in my credit card information, and I'm like, next. So it then takes me to a page. I actually do have a screenshot of when it was doing this. It then takes me to a page and it's saying, oh, would you like to upgrade to our like gold deluxe or edition or whatever? It's like this black and gold version of this beauty blender washer. So I click no, and all of a sudden the site just stops working. Like it's loading and loading and loading and loading and loading, and nothing is happening. So it basically left me hanging for over 40 minutes until I got tired and I just X'd out of the website. So now I'm like, okay, fine, it didn't go through. I now went and looked at my bank account. The bank, oh, mind you, I forgot to say, how much was this beauty blender washer? It was $14.99, something like that. It also added shipping onto it. So everything came out to be $19.99 because I didn't make any other purchases that day. I didn't notice it actually went through until I looked at my bank account several hours later and I was like, bro, this freaking went through. And it was like... And under the statement information, it didn't say makeup or beauty or cosmetics or whatever. It said like pet or pet store supplies or something random like that. I was like, what the heck? So at that point, I knew the transaction went through on my bank's end, but for whatever reason, this website just, I did not get a confirmation email. I didn't get a heads up. There was no form of communication whatsoever at all. Zero, zip, nada, zilch. Beam, nothing. So I go back to that same IGTV video and under the comments, I'm like, hey, the website was hanging, blah, 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 but I think it still went through with my bank. What's up? I didn't get a confirmation email from you guys. No response. I now DM them saying the same thing. And I got a response back like, oh, you should have just hit us up and we would have gave you one for free or something like that. And I think I responded back like, oh, that's nice. But in my head, I'm like, that's not what I'm asking you about. I'm asking you about what are you doing to communicate to me that this actually went through on your end? So they asked me for the email address associated with the order and I sent it to them and I get nothing back. Several hours later, I DM them again, or the next day or something like that. I get nothing back. DM them again, I get nothing back. And at this point, I'm like, oh, heck no. So I'm like, okay, let me give it a few days, see if it ships to me. And if it doesn't, I'm going to call my bank and cancel the entire transaction so I can get my money back. I think a week and a half or 2 weeks go by and I went back to the IGTV page and there were people complaining about the same thing, that the site left them hanging, but there was no confirmation or no communication that, hey, it went through on our end, we'll ship it to you soon, blah, blah, blah. Nothing like that. So people were complaining of the same experience that I had. Okay, let me just show it to you because... Here's the package that I got. Okay? Nothing is in English. This is a freaking toy system. Look at all the other toys that they have available in the line. They even have it in blue. I was so mad. So I get on Instagram Live and you guys are like, yo, Youkeyy, that's a freaking toy. It doesn't even work. And I'm like, what? Because a few days prior, I had seen a video that another YouTuber had done on this item and they said they paid $3. But I didn't watch the entire video through to see like how it worked or anything because I wanted to get like my own experience or my own idea for myself. When they said they only paid $3, oh my gosh. This thing is available on freaking eBay. Let me show it to you. They sold me this for $20. I paid $20 for this. It doesn't look it. It's not even big enough to fit a beauty blender, really. Like, you can't really fit a beauty sponge in here. How is it supposed to oscillate? And you know what? They're advertising this as a legit item, like a legit working, useful product. But it's a freaking toy. It looks like it's just a washer for like Barbie clothes. It's not meant for a beauty blender. Like, why is somebody really out here scamming people? What are your neurons actually doing for you to, are you that greedy? No, are you that greedy that I don't really know what to do at this point. I really wish they actually had PayPal as an option on the site when I foolishly purchased this, because PayPal don't play. You tell them, hey, this is false advertising. They sold me one thing. It's actually another. I would get my money back pretty quickly. But the fact that I now have to go through my bank is actually ridiculous. Fraudulent. I could get me a nice, big size, comfort size Jamaican meal for that price. I can almost fill up my gas tank. This is Houston, by the way, not the Bay Area, because the Bay Area, y'all be on some other stuff. That's home or whatever, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I could almost fill up my gas tank with that much money. Oh, and then also come to find out, this is actually a real cartoon character. I think her name is like Doc McStuffins or whatever. But guess what? In real life, she's black. They whitenized her. Whitenicious. I want to throw this thing when I can't even look at it. That is what happened to me. I'm now in the process of trying to get my money back. If you guys have any foolproof, proven to work method of how I can get my money back without any pushback from my bank, please let me know. Please do not purchase anything from this company. Even if they did come out with legit products later on, because of this experience, I would never be able to trust them ever again. Like, how dare you? That is so deceitful just because you want to make a quick buck. Are you that pressed? You could have just opened up a GoFundMe. That would have had more integrity behind it than this tomfoolery. Legit. In situations like this, usually my response is to like kick myself and like beat myself up about it. I'm not gonna do that, because I cannot come and go and kill myself because of other people, please. This is like a once in a million type mistake for me, because I'm so, I don't want to say nitpicky, but I'm so particular and usually like on top of my freaking game when it comes to this stuff. But the excitement of using a new product I'd never seen other people use before, I should have just looked up a beauty blender washing machine. I should have just Googled it. And I'm sure eBay and Amazon listings would have come up, and I would have been better off going that route than paying an overly inflated price for this nonsense, rubbish, nonsensical non-entity, because it's actually stupid. You people are really moving mad in these streets, because there's nothing I can't. So anyway, that's the story time. That's what happened. I even, after the fact, when I found out that it was a toy, I even DM'd them like, yo, I want my freaking money back. No response. I don't even know if they read it. Nothing. Even when I hadn't received the product, they even had the audacity to text me like, oh, on some promotional type stuff. I'm like, what? At that point, I hadn't even received the product yet. And you over here telling me on some, oh, we're doing a sale. No, I don't care. I don't freaking care. I want my money back. And that didn't matter to them. Like, they just kept texting. So obviously this person does not care, and you will reap what you sow. That's for dang sure. And that ain't got nothing to do with me, but the fact that it is a universal law. You guys are probably like, Youkeyy, how do you know? Why don't you just use it? Why? What is the point? What that gonna do? At the bottom or where the batteries go, and turns out you need 2 AA batteries. I didn't even bother to go buy some. All I have are AAA batteries on me. So the problem with the drop shipping though is, I'm sure if I tried to send it back, the amount I would pay for shipping is probably equivalent, if not close to, the amount that I paid for the actual item to get here. I'm sure it's going all the way back to China or wherever the heck it came from. And you know that shipping is no joke. If I had purchased this on eBay or wherever for only $3-4, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, okay, whatever. But what is like a 400 or 500% profit that they made on this freaking thing? People are selling it for $3-4. You now went on, y'all selling it for 14. It's not like you shipped a mass amount to the US and now you're distributing it yourself, offsetting that shipping cost. It's still coming from China. So yeah, you guys, just be careful out there. There are really people moving mad out in the streets, all in the name of trying to make a quick dollar. And it's not worth it. Don't put yourself at risk, and learn from my mistakes. Do not, I repeat, do not ignore that inner nudging. If it don't feel right, it probably ain't right. So that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you for listening to me and allowing me to vent. Please, I know it's already embarrassing enough. I already feel kind of shameful, so please just have mercy on me, okay? Because this thing is not easy, all in the name of trying to experiment and try out new things for you guys. See where it has landed me. I hope none of you have fallen victim to this. If you have, please let me know what you did to address it, because at this point I'm just like, what the heck, what. But anyways, thank you for watching. Also hit that bell and make sure you have all notifications checked off so you don't miss any of my uploads. And you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Youkeyy _YOUKEY_. Thanks once again for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in the next one, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.